Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Oh dear. Okay, well, I guess for my live, I have to do it this way and not long ways. So I wanted you guys to be able to see my nice little candle burning there, but now you just get to see me. So, and the cards, of course, as well. Anyway, whatever, YouTube, it's your game, right? And we're just here playing. So, thank you for joining. I'm going to start out with some Moonology cards. If you guys don't know about this deck, I would recommend it. So, if you're into the Oracle cards. Since we just had a full moon and there was an eclipse with that full moon, then we had the partial solar eclipse earlier this month. It was a full moon as well last night. The Hunter full moon. So, a lot of fullness going on. Hopefully that doesn't mean you're full of it, right? To me, it's kind of funny, this, Alexa, volume 1, please. I have it on the ocean sounds, and it was almost like too loud for me to think my thoughts. What was I going to say? Anyway, this lunar eclipse, the moon is about the shattering of illusions, but if you're unable to see the moon, then the illusion still exists in part, right? So I'm kind of curious to see, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Y'all know I like to talk about the North Node every now and then. I don't know why this deck feels so light. Like there's cards missing or something. I don't think so. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's just a little booklet inside. I'll get it out today since we're doing a live. Screw it, right? Ba 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 da da ba 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 da ba ba da 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 da. I'll be your baby. Yeah, I'll tumble for you, Boy George. Absolutely. And so much more. I'll tumble for you. 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 Show the world the real you. Full moon. And, the sign of Aquarius is a highly unique sign, right? And often misunderstood as well. So if you are feeling a bit misunderstood, and maybe that's part of this illusion that somehow exists out there about who you really are, right? And, right now, that illusion is still kind of holding because of that eclipse, right? But it's causing people to think, and it's causing you to think, collective, right? To think, maybe it's okay, right, for me to show my authentic self. The sign of Aquarius is a lot about authenticity as well. So, and so that's what I'm coming up there. Let's see here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Full moon cards. Where do you go? Where do you go now? Where do you go? Additional meanings. Okay. Here, this is interesting. Attune to the moon. Be aware of your feelings, but also be prepared to move on. Additional meanings for this card. Don't lose the beauty and romance of life. You are too much in your head. Get into your heart. Yeah, okay, Aquarians can be kind of, like kind of out there. Not, it's like, okay, space cadet, right? Okay. I have it in my chart, so I can say that, whatever. A friend needs you. Be there for them. A situation is going to take a very unexpected turn. Aquarius is the opposite of clingy. You got that right. And pulling this card at any time suggests either you need to let go or someone is thinking they're the ones who need to let go, perhaps of you. What needs to go? What is the right thing to do? Whatever happens next could be highly unconventional or unexpected, which Aquarius is very unconventional. Yes. Very interesting here. Something that you need to detach a little from whatever situation you're asking about. Someone might be keeping you at arm's length now, but it's no bad thing. It is important for you to allow life to unfold and progress, even if change seems like a frightening prospect. If you've been holding yourself back from showing the world the real you, this card reminds you that your unique characteristics are what make you special. In a relationship, are you being too aloof or detached? And that's a sign of Aquarius, like a negative, right? Go ahead and be yourself in whatever is coming up for you. World's coming up for you. Okay, that's a lyric in one of my songs. So in my Out of the Blue song. So if you've never checked out my Ophelia's band channel, please, I encourage you to do so. And that is from that lyric is on my Out of the Blue song. So, which is I think on the landing page. Anyway, what else do we have here for this collective? Interesting. A win-win outcome is forecast, Libra. Okay, one more, please. It's time to release negativity in, that rambling, entry that I was going through there in the guidebook, the official. Don't let your past hold you back. You guys, it's funny because I was talking about, that I have Aquarius in my chart. It happens to be in my South Node in one of my charts. So that's kind of funny that, this came up. Anyway. So yeah, if you're known to be kind of aloof or something, or, these negative qualities, it's time to release the negativity. And that includes negative judgment of yourself and how you've been before, even maybe how you are now. And it's like, maybe you can just say to yourself, I'm working on it. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So in that case, yes, then a win-win forecast, outcome is forecast. All right. Because if you're being true to yourself, true to your heart, true to the people around you, those scales should balance out, shouldn't they? All right. This is the life of having curls. There's just always that one that wants to do its own thing. It's just how it goes, folks. You know what I mean? You can try and you can fight. I mean, I even used to, see how that one's a little just more straighter. I used to do like the curling iron too on my hair, even when I had, longer hair for my curls and stuff. Anyway, let's get into let's do this one as well. I wanted to pull some of the messages from the Light Meditation deck. It's being called. So, and this guidebook is over there somewhere, I feel like. So I will not be reading extensively from this one, but I will pull some cards. I've been taking a little hiatus of doing a lot of YouTube videos, but I've still been doing some personal readings. So I've been active with my readings, just not as much on the channel. So thank you for joining. And if you're new, please subscribe. And if you like my content, there's lots and lots of timeless videos that may resonate with you. So I would encourage you to check those out if you are interested and this is resonating with you. I do a lot of oracle cards, not just the tarot. I do different spreads, and I like to show you the cards as well. You know what I mean? So you can kind of go and, check up on me and look it up for yourself. Although I am an intuitive reader, so that is how I interpret these cards on the readings. Okay. So this meditation deck here is giving us now abundance. Isn't that wonderful? And today is Sunday, which is a day of rest. So, an abundance of rest, being grateful for the things that we are abundant with is pretty cool, right? And that's how we get our win-win outcome. Yeah, part of it. What else do we have here? What do we need to know? Initiation. So you may have started to receive kind of like I was talking about, like space cadet, right? For Aquarians sometimes. But sometimes that's kind of how you get into these inspiring moments. Then it's like, oh wait, where is this coming from? This is like outside of me. This is not necessarily coming from something that say only I have experienced, right? So you're receiving more of a type of connection here, okay? And that's in part what is saying here, that it's safe, okay, to show the world the real you, okay? So, say like myself, having a YouTube channel and doing oracle cards, and, because I am an intuitive reader and I do get messages and things like that. Does that happen to everybody? No. Does it have, you know what I'm saying? It's something that's changed over time with me as well. So, I think everybody has their own kind of experiences with it, and I think everyone can tap into their intuition in different ways. So, this may be the time when you are understanding what your part in that journey is, okay? And maybe how you are supposed to lead or guide people, okay, through that initiation here, that change, all right? So don't be afraid. And you can see here, this figure is pouring out, right? And what is now pouring down? It's like from the heavens, right? As above, so below. And then it's like, okay, now you've received that code of like, what's my purpose, or what am I doing here, blah, blah, blah. Whatever those, those existential big questions of life that everybody has, right? Which is totally normal. It's totally normal to have those kind of feelings, okay? So it's like now it's, the clarity is coming through. All right. So whatever you've had to do to get to this point, it's time to release some of that negativity here. Okay. Have we learned hard lessons? Sure. Have we done or said things maybe that we are not proud of? Sure. Right? I mean, has that not happened to everybody in life? If it didn't happen to you ever, congratulations, you were so perfect. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need this channel, right? Like, if that's the case, start your own channel and tell us how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? Please. Oh boy, are we listening now? I think we are. We're communicating. We're communicating. Okay. So sometimes isolation brings us the opportunity to listen. Okay. And if you felt bad about, any journeying that you've been on, anything that you've been receiving from the universe, it's time to release that. Okay. Release, listen, right where it says here, listen, and release that negativity. Okay. Release any of the guilt. It's like, oh, am I deserving? You're deserving. Okay. It's okay to want what you want in life. That's okay. I mean, do you wish good for other people? Okay. So shouldn't you be able to wish that for yourself? And that's not a selfish thing. No. So listen and see how much you can, grasp here. Like it's like a lot, right? Okay. So there's definitely a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. Wow, I really wish that was hotter, and there's no pause button because I'm doing a live. But I don't think anybody's even on here right now. I could like snatch that over real quick, but I don't know. That might be kind of rude. I always think that's kind of weird when the reader like leaves the read. When you're doing that's the advantage of doing a pre-recording. You know what I mean? Then if you have something that happens, then you don't have to worry about those consequences interrupting your video. So anyway, what kind of spread are we gonna do today? Good things come in threes, yes. And then we'll have an outcome. Balance all out. Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's much alone. I'll burn my heart out. Something right? Before I get out. All right, the Page of Cups. Yeah, somebody wanting that love and affection, baby. Ooh. And isn't this interesting too, because we're having this eclipse, okay? And so, it's phasing out the moon, and then it's gonna come, then you're gonna be able to see it again, right? So it's almost like somebody can't get you off their mind right here. All right. But, maybe this is something that's reciprocated here. So, and you're kind of seeing something in this person. So, potentially this could be this win-win outcome here, right? If it's somebody that you're interested in, right? That always helps, right? That always helps the situation, Is love blind? I don't know. That's what that says on here. Blind. It's kind of, the paint didn't really stick on to this one as well. I mean, I put it through the dishwasher and everything too. So, which probably not exactly supposed to do, but I've done it with other ones before and it's been fine. So, anyway, might just be the colors that were on there. These colors don't run, man. But they do fade. Fade away. Hearts and thoughts, they fade. Fade away. Wow. Page of Swords. So not only is somebody thinking about you, but potentially trying to spy on you. That's the what the Page of Swords is about there. And they potentially want to try and talk to you. Now, what they have to say, you may not be interested in, because, it's also kind of known as, a gossipy type card, right? So don't be afraid, I guess, if there is some kind of confrontation, just to like kind of stand up for yourself here, like this kind of showing the world the real you. Because, you can only take a certain level of something for so long. And right now, I feel like what your guides and, you know, the universe is trying to say is that, you know, you don't necessarily have time for some of this pettiness. So if you're resonating with that, this message is for you. Okay. So that's part of releasing this negativity as well. Like it can come through with people that you're interacting with. Okay. So what else do we have here for this collective? So this is a reading supposed to be for, you know, like, so we just had our full moon, and then Halloween is, excuse me, in a couple days. Judgment. 4 wins. Listening to the direction that you're supposed to go. Number 1. Okay. So whatever this initiation is, okay. So like, okay, you're receiving it, but are you listening? Right? Are you listening? You know, because if you're listening to the negativity, you're not able to listen to what you're actually supposed to listen to. Right? You're supposed to be listening to all the good stuff that's going to be coming out of this situation. Okay? And focusing on that, and that's going to get you over that hump, right? And then that's exactly when you're going to be like, your hands are going to be up and you're going to be so grateful and happy that you've, you know, arrived at your spot. All right? So it's going to be easier for you to then, you know, direction yourself. Okay, so how here is the 4 winds. Well, the 4 winds are safely blowing you home. Okay, for one. Go where you want to go. Do what you want to do. With whoever you want to do. You don't understand. That's my man. Okay. Decision time in the outcome. So this direction that you're headed, you may be narrowing it down, and once you start releasing the negative parts of the situation, it's gonna become, it is becoming, okay? And maybe this is gonna be out of this kind of eclipse cycle, all right? That your choices are gonna be more pointed, right? And it's gonna become apparent when you start listening, okay? And without the negativity of the situation, which direction is going to actually make you happy. All right. So I don't want to say that in spite of, or because here it's even like it's still this win-win outcome as forecast, okay? Because even with the Page of Cups here, there's always like a playfulness with it as well that I don't want to ignore, okay? And, you know, this message of abundance as well, okay? You know, because handled properly, if you're, you know, properly aligned, you know, and guiding yourself right, showing the world too, it's like, what's to stop you from getting the things that, you know, you wanted, okay? So, you know, any kind of gossip around any situation, you know, that might be part of the negativity that you need to release as well, okay? So let's get some clarification. Again, thank you for joining. If you have not, please subscribe. I forgot that I was like, I'm kind of like pre-recording this actually for 3 p.m. So right now it is 1:45 on my my kitchen clock, you know what I mean? I don't know how accurate that is. That might be within a minute or two either way. So now, clarifying page here. Let's do the Terrapin of Bowls and the Three of Roses. So this person definitely has some passion for you, but they also have potentially passion for other people, right? Right. Because, a page does come to share messages with many. Just being aware, there is an abundance of these messages. Yes? Okay. Now, they may be coming towards you and saying, oh, but it's only you, right? Just take that with a grain of salt, okay? Because you do not want to misread the situation, okay? Because there could be potential for celebration here. Like it says, a win-win outcome is forecast, all right? So keep in mind that this is a collective message. This is not a personal reading. So if that part did not resonate with you and you're like, I don't know about that, don't sweat it. It's not your part of your message today. Okay? All right. So that's part of the releasing the negativity. Don't ruminate on something that doesn't belong to you. Right? Okay. Now, the Page of Swords. Always wanting to make a deal. What do you get out of the deal? Who benefits from the deal? Who are we? Are you guys watching scary movies this month? I watched a series, and I think it actually had 8 parts. It's called Follow the House of Usher. It was kind of, had the Edgar Allan Poe twist on all the story. So anyway, here you can definitely say that you're like, well, again, I can release negativity by going my own Fleetwood Mac way and just saying to heck with the situation, set fire to the rain, baby, right? Okay. And watch all that blooms behind me while I'm at it. What's that song? Are you gonna miss me while I'm gone or something? It's kind of like a sing-songy. I don't know why I'm getting that right now. When I'm gone, gonna miss me when I'm gone. I don't know what, and it's like reminding me of like an overseas band for some reason. I don't know why, but kind of separate from it. But that's kind of part of the attitude, a little bit. But again, release the negativity with the situation, and you're gonna find a peace, kind of, like this calming effect afterwards, right? Okay. One by one, all 7, and I watch them fall. Stand in the name of love, stand in the way of love, like Prince said. And this was our fate. What a universe could ever compare. I am yours and you are mine, and together we are so end of time, so don't cry. One day all 7 will die. kind of interesting because I was watching that show, and that part of the show is about death, you know, these people dying, and it's just like one by one, like, you know, like an Agatha Christie, you know, novel or something, you know, like one by one the bodies show up. Um, and it's kind of like now that you're not around, people are realizing your impact, and that's part of why they're talking. So, some of what they could be talking is kind of like, oh, well, where were you in this situation? And you're like, well, you know what? It actually isn't my situation to have to manage. So, um, you know, and if somebody's trying to put that on you, then that talk could kind of be, you know, on the negative side. And then you can be like, well, but I'm not, but you know, and then you run into that, oh, well, let me go defend myself to everybody. You can do that till you're blue in the face and they still won't believe you. That's the type of stuff that's got to go. Bye. Bye. Bye bye. Are you listening yet? Bye bye. Bye bye. Judgment. The effing judgment has been called on that situation. Bye bye. I think that's even the first time I've even like swore using these cards. My other cards, yeah, more likely. But this deck I usually don't. Anyway. One day all seven will die. 7 deadly sins. A lie. How many lies have ever been told on somebody? What's this judgment card, please? Wounded Warrior. 9 bolts. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're not about to let people in that want to put you or see you with your arm in a sling. Because the only way they can even attempt to fight you is when you have one hand tied behind your flipping back. That's how weak they are. That is how weak they are. And then they want to be like, oh, no, actually, let me show you the door. See that moon now? Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Releasing the negativity and focusing on the good that you deserve. It starts becoming more clear, doesn't it? Even as this eclipse, you know, even as this coverage, right? We get our moon back, okay? When we start getting our moon back, right, then is the time for those illusions to go by. Did you ever take a typing class? Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country, right? If you would like a personal reading, I do have a link in my main description. It goes to an Etsy shop. So, you know, there's no emailing, there's no blah, blah, blah. Like, you just go there and click and order and right. Very easy. So, I would encourage you to use it if you would like to book a reading. And I will provide a private link via YouTube for you to view. All right. What is this Two of Swords now, please? More clear indeed. See what happens when take away the curtain has been drawn, and now bam, right? Here she comes. Who she thinks she is, coming here riding in on her high horse? Oh, well, hey bitch, it's me. See how she's smiling? It's like, yeah, bitch, it's me. I love horses. Right? I'm not a very good rider of a horse myself, but I didn't grow up, with horses like some people did. Anyway. I swear my one cousin nearly about killed me one time. Actually, she did help me. She stopped the horse. I was lucky I didn't get thrown off that thing. Apparently, it was the ornery horse that they gave me. It kicked my uncle in the wrist. It like broke his wrist. Yeah, put me on that one. Okay. What could possibly go wrong with a person who's not properly trained to ride a horse? Oh, the life we live. Yes. Right. 1,001 ways to survive life. Sorry, guys. I know I shuffle a lot, but it's just the energy has to be right, okay? And here you go. And out of that, you get an Ace of Pentacles. How you like that? Bam! So, what are you going to choose? Going where you're happy? Going where you're celebrated? Yeah? And the outcome? And then what? And then you get a big old Ace of Pentacles on top of it? Now, this could be a plethora of things. This could be a new career, job, home, a new skill or talent that you've developed. It could be a new partnership. Okay. So I feel like, and talk about partnerships, the Three of Pentacles, the working relationship card, right? Business partner card, right? So, as you get the snake oil salesman out of town, right? Drive those snakes out of Ireland, right? Well, it is the annual Samhain candy grab coming up, right? So I get to talk about that kind of crazy stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Donate if you do like to do that. And if you would like to book a personal reading, please feel free to do so as well. And remember, this is a collective message, so not everything may resonate. So until next time, please manifest wisely. Bye.